And we're wishing him the best of luck. Player of the year for 2015, I'm looking at Tiger Woods. And the reason I'm looking at Tiger Woods is basically to back up my comeback player of the year. If he gets going and he wins a couple of tournaments and he comes in feeling pretty good at the Masters, there's a handful of guys right now that every time they show up at the Masters they could win, and Tiger's one of them, even when he's not playing well. So I see this as, if he comes in there with a bit of confidence, I don't see anything stopping him from winning at Augusta. He's comfortable there, obviously, and if he is seeing the course the way he did, 15 years ago, because he's settled back into that old swing, and so he's just able to kind of worry about the mental part of things and really knock out the mechanical, because you're just settled into that swing idea, and you know where you're going with it. I don't see much stopping him. Oddly enough, until the penalty stroke for when he hit the flag on 15 a couple of years ago, it was I thought that was his tournament to win. It's a whole different discussion as to whether or not I think he should have continued on after that. The ruling I don't think was correct, but that's a completely different discussion. We're not going to talk about it. But I really thought he was, if he knocked that one stiff and taps in for his birdie, he was on a roll right at that point, and he was looking good. And so when asked, I never gave Tiger the in recent years, the answer to the question, is he going to win another major? And the other question, is he going to break Jack's record? And my answer to both of those questions was no. And the reason being was because of his performance during Saturdays in particular, but weekends overall at the majors. Saturday was Tiger's day. If he played well on a Saturday and moved up to within, to a tie of the lead or took the lead by a stroke or whatever, it was pretty much a done deal. And everybody knew that. When it came down to these last few years, though, he would play actually pretty well. He'd be in the mix. He'd be in the thick of things Thursday, Friday. He wasn't leading any of them, but it was, Tiger's right there. And then Saturday comes around, and 3, 4, 5 guys that are going to be moving forward and really contending for that title, they're moving up the leaderboard, and Tiger's just falling back. It was just, the 2 over par round when you needed to be at least 3 under, that seemed to be the norm, unfortunately. And then, everybody's watching on Sunday, when he's in the middle of the pack, and they're still showing him on TV, and it's like he's playing an even par round. He's not moving up anywhere, or he's shooting one over or something like that, and it just wasn't my week. That was never the situation before, though. It's like now we're thinking about, oh, is he going to make miss the cut, and then he makes the cut, and then it was like, he might as well not have, because it just completely would turn around on the weekends. My point with all of this, though, is as far as will he win another major? I think the answer is yes now. As long as we see the maturation that seems to be happening now, with him taking control of his game. He's not putting it in somebody else's hands. It's like you're Tiger Woods. Your swing was so pure, and then you did it. It seemed like everything you could possibly do to dismantle it. And now it's like, okay, I'm going to get back to basics, and I'm going to get back to what I know how to do. And it's the right move, not only from a mechanical standpoint, from a physical standpoint, but it's definitely the right move when it comes to your ability to just go out there and play golf and have a number in your head. Now you're not worried about the left and right miss and all that other stuff. Your mind is now freed to go and pick targets and not worry about, well, if I get that 2-way miss going, it's like there's not a target I can go after. I think his mental game is finally going to come around. and because he's going to be comfortable, and that's why I'm giving him the. It's going to feel normal to him again. Let's put it that way. This is going to feel like old Tiger kind of stuff, and like to him in particular. I could see this easily being a 2-major season for him, actually, if he gets comfortable enough fast enough. If he gets comfortable enough fast enough, he's got Augusta, where obviously we're saying he could win at any time. Then he's got. I'm looking forward to St. Andrews if he's really that comfortable. But we know he's won there before. He's won the British Open there, and. Who knows at Whistling Straits? I don't think he was ever really in form at the times that the PGA was at Whistling Straits. So I really couldn't say if this is a course that sets up for him or that he likes or anything like that. But there's those two. There's Augusta and there's St. Andrews, and those are two just ripe for the plucking right now for him. If Tiger gets to be Tiger again, if he gets into a Tiger-esque kind of mode, the culmination of all this, if it's the way I'm predicting, or if it's the way I'm hoping it turns out, I think this is the way that golf is hoping it turns out, because golf needs Tiger. Bottom line, whether or not you like him or not, golf really need the PGA Tour, golf in general, as far as participation goes, interest level, the whole thing. It really hinges on him right now. He got so big, he became the face of golf, obviously, and he actually became almost the economy of golf, though, too, as far as who's watching and how many, and who's playing and how many. I think he needs it, but I think golf needs it just as much, if not more. So, quick break here. All right, so last topic on the prediction show is the major that I'm most excited about. I've actually got a tie this year for the Masters and the PGA Championship. The PGA Championship I'll do first. It's because of the course. Whistling Straits. There's just something about I get my luxury seat on the couch for all 4 majors every year. There are certain courses that you love it when a major is at it, and Whistling Straits for me is one of those. There's something about it, like just looking at it, that is engaging to me. And the past couple of times that it's been there, it's come down. It's built some drama. The last one, obviously, 2011, I believe. Martin Keimer wins in a playoff over Bubba Watson. Dustin Johnson doesn't make it into the playoff because he grounds his club in a patch of sand, that was qualified as a bunker, apparently. The Whistling Straits factor is a big one for me, and I'm hoping that'll be another just high-quality tournament at just an unbelievable-looking golf course. But when it comes to the other major that I'm excited about that was in that tie is the Masters. That's because of the storylines that are going to be potentially coming into that one. You've got Rory is looking for, he's number 1 in the world, and he's looking for the career Grand Slam at Augusta. That's the only one he doesn't have. Tiger's coming back, obviously, as we've been talking about at length. And he's going to be potentially using a swing that won him that tournament by 12 shots the first time around, or some sort of grown-up version of it, or what have you. But he's reverting back to that same swing that won him that tournament when he just overpowered the field. And then you've got all these other great stories in there, like both of the lefties, Bubba Watson and Phil Mickelson. They could both win there at any time, and they've proven that. Phil's got 3 jackets and Bubba's got 2, and it's like the lefties are showing up all of a sudden. It sets up well for a lefty. There's just a ton of stuff that's potentially going on there. Big names in the game are, you would almost think it's like this could be a huge collision of just superstars here. I mean, you've got McIlroy and Woods, and Phil's trying to get whatever he can get here before age starts to really catch up to him, and you just have this potential firestorm of, like, what are the last couple of pairings going to look like, and what are the fireworks going to look like on the back nine on Sunday at Augusta. The roars from that crowd on Sunday. I'm pumped. I'm excited to see what happens there. So that ends the prediction show portion, and then the final note. What I'd like to do is regularly have some sort of bit of evidence or proof that golf is the toughest sport in the world to play. And here's my proof for this episode. When you're watching a leaderboard, notice the pessimism that is on that leaderboard. And here's what I'm talking about. You have two players. They're both at the same score to par. So let's just say, just for the sake of argument, let's just call it 10 under par. If one of them is in the clubhouse and the other one is out on the course, the person who's in the clubhouse is listed at the top. It's listed above the other player that's on the course. So the message that's sent there is that the person who's on the course doesn't have more opportunity to make birdie. The person in the clubhouse is at the advantage because the player's still out on the course has every opportunity to screw it up, apparently. That is the very essence of why golf is the toughest game to play, is because even at the professional level or in a tournament, the players on the course are at a distinct disadvantage to the players already in the clubhouse. It's opportunity to fail. is how it's looked at, unfortunately. So that's that last little bit. We want to give a quick plug to the folks at Celtic Golf. And speaking of the 2015 British Open, they have 25 years of experience in golf travel packages, and they have an amazing set of golf travel packages to this year's 2015 British Open at St. Andrews. They've got travel packages that are stay and plays and watch. So you'll stay, you'll play some golf, you will go to the tournament. They've got stay and spectate, whatever you are looking to do. And like I said, 25 years in experience. Check them out at CelticGolf.com or give them a call at area code 609-465-0600 and tell them Colin sent you. You're going to talk to Jerry Quinlan over there at Celtic Golf. They do a great job. Until next time, folks, I am wishing you all the best in putts and in pints. May they all be smooth and at the bottom of the cup.